It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Marshawn Lattimore, who's made 33 tackles this season.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Zach Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
2nd and 10. Taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he goes down at the 26, a pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Carr going to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, these 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Perry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, they need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Logan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Logan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. Completes it to Perry. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Carr now to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Carr to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Carr. Into the hands of Perry, complete. call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw his car. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Logan. Short throw caught by Pitts. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Falcons had 3 and 8 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Nice little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Logan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But You think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Carr to throw on second down. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Carr on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind, because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Logan. Got a man. It's London.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A give to Kamara running right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. This is taken at about the 14. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Atlanta regains possession of the football as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Logan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Logan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Carr.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Logan. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Logan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Now a play fake. Carr.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Oh, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Caught by London. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Carr going to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
The Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Kamara try the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw, it's Carr. Well, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw ran a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. throw. Logan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On first down, Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Carr now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Now, meanwhile, final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And it work his way across the 30 to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Falcons on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On third down, Logan. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Olave over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Perry. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Carr again. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now Carr. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing now is Carr. The pass caught by Olave. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here, or do you try to bury them with another score?
And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off-play action. Logan. That is incomplete. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So time for Carr and the Saints. Trailing 17-10. A minute 51 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Get some points on the board. The trenches. Keep those sticks moving.
Carr. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Carr. Into the hands of Perry, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now Carr. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Carr to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Carr. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Here now, 3rd down. Throwing his Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. What a finish in this one, Charles.